Afia, the more Papa Adum.
Samaya.
Afia, I want to say. Afia, I want to say.
Charity program, you be me interview me. Now will be quite decide the more the car you have never.
Afia, now call a charity, Bibi no one can't tell me, and I miss one of them, you're fine.
Meet them in your being your more brown. I'm a higher channel. Be a quite Juma. Said in prejudice on in my baby. So what to them better me turn up?
It's as if ya.
Now, so we know between Pana. Nothing. And after what to virginity, a warm re. Now, the cocoa quite Jodiasa. Now, the wound sack. Now, the baby now, I be a tia for that they say near Fiada. And a baby, I'll be to be a senior. Near Fiadi, want me the matchemo.
Afia, Mammy Miss Azan.
And I will probably who for Bema. O probably for bra. Who's for Bema? And I'm your bar. Bama and me bed I now pointing in your drain. What did the better children say? Now let me begin by saying, Sammy John, I am more famous, more richer, more successful than Akwasi Aboagye. And to be the man who said me Akwasi Aboagye that crime, you couldn't have me when you must. But I couldn't say, no clear woman near Akwasi Aboagye in terminal. Oh, Yami won't conclude me dancing. I couldn't say, was said as you know, a bad Afia, Mammy Miss always say. And some your teacher was say, Ebia, Akwasi Aboagye candidate, ye be foul horn say allegation. Now, and ya nuntina, and ya nuntina, Wapana, or Becas as a media to Noswana. Me wa video, I mean, Benduka, yeah. May need subliminal messages. So when you go to my YouTube page, Google Eie Afia Schwar 5 husband. What I say on Facebook comment.
Afia, I say, as someone I can also say, Kwasi can away.
You one and Kawambu Same.
But there's some maybe so, and it may be answer. Or
I will hang up me one people.
Who for know where we are, Brimina Mini.
And so if you ask me every single question, you must wait for an answer. If you are not ready to take my answers, let's call it a good day. Because it's a very humble Saturday.
Afia Kasa.
Master.
Yeah.
Share and free blogger. Asuma me no ken. O nyame me dancing. Asuma me ka me boy. Asate ya kopia for the Dixon anim. Asate me cool so for na warrior sam. Akwasi Aboagye de who call G more but nam catching the bra. We have a history. And to know members of the and yeah, father did fancy castle. Dear, Massa. Mammy can be true. I won't compare baby and America, and let me not require Chiapia. And let me sound this warning to that stupid Ghanaian so called celebrities. I will give a big of baby. They feel like they should use me. Man, Menchewa, Menchewa. Message this year. Operation All Life on the Eie Afia Schwar must come to an end.
Afia, Mammy so awesome. Afia, Mammy Castle, Mammy so awesome. Say, I didn't know that and some one of my bontina fin our Casa 7.
I will tell what you do, I say. I will tell what you do, I say. And to one make one or bar. I will tell what didn't matter.
And you also say, I'm not going to know what's working out on the Swana.
I will tell them now when 2 minutes under 2 minutes, a man who buy. And nothing I didn't there. Oh, then I won't come. Miss Waja, Medium to Anyanta, I could not discern on the corner. Make no body jar. Now, what's your family? I don't need evil.
Afia, to boss.
I'm a different brother. I was watching one premier. I don't know what I'm telling you. When it's true, what was the Afia, yeah, for I besides as about as a who you sue. There be a person besides say, San Samana, what can you know? I just what was the what's
yes, it's true. And your reason?
Before I go into the reason, I like to first and foremost
thank His Excellency, President Akufo-Addo, for the chance he gave me. My resignation does not reflect on him because I believe he still has Ghana at heart. And so this has nothing to do with him. But there's a problem with our system of governance. There's a huge problem. And I don't know how much time I have if I'm going to go into that. Maybe that's for another day.
Well, if you can summarize, you've been in our space, and so you are very good at that.
the problem, one of the fundamental problem is the way the system is. Every government comes in and inherits a system. We need to change the actual system. For example, you come in as a minister and you work with the same set of civil servants, the same mentality. You just take office. Nothing. We need to change the way the whole system works. If you come in as a minister and you say you want change, let everybody who's been there before come and tell you 2 or 3 page letter. What have you done for the last 2 or 3 years, or for the last 12 years since you've been working here? What initiative have you brought? Why should I keep you? Let's look at that. And let's look at the physical spaces. You come as a minister, you have a lovely big building, big offices, and downstairs your people don't have a computer. They don't even have desks. So all those things are also need to be looked at. We need to look at the way the system works. That's one thing.
But you are talking about changing. You were deputy CEO. What did you change when you were in office?
I couldn't change anything because my CEO would not permit me to change anything, which is why I resigned. I'm full of ideas. When I was appointed, I was looking forward to changing Ghana tourism. I have so many brilliant ideas. Every idea I went to my CEO with was met with resistance. Every time I came up with something resistant, so I decided not to resign. For example, I was with GTDC. GTDC has not done anything a year. We've achieved nothing. We haven't done one project in a year. Our biggest project at GTDC is the Tema Cities Centre of the World project. That's my baby. I'm so passionate about Centre of the World project. I kept pushing CEO, let's do this. About 3 or 4 months, he kept ignoring me. Eventually, maybe he looked into it and realized that, it's a big one. So what did he do? He took it from the community and kicked me out of it. I have no idea what's happening to Centre of the World. So what he knows, what I told him, they're going to build that iconic tower. They'll do the cruise ship. But you can't wait to build that iconic tower to run Tema. Why should that going on? What's happening, Tema? Where is the sign saying, welcome to Centre of the World? We're a business in Tema that's struggling now. Let's go to them. For example, having fried chicken. There's lots of space there. Listen, Centre of the World, we need to get this place active. Can we take off your land? Maybe make it a roller skating park. Let's go to somebody else. You have space. Can we put a stage there so everyone has a performance? There are campus in Tema already that we can enhance. So we're already creating a buzz. I've written a song for school kids. The kids should now be singing, I love Tema, Centre of the World. They're 3-4 years old. They'll grow up with this. So by the time that college tower is built, the Centre of the World is already vibrant. But because it's not his project, he doesn't know what to do with it. I have so many ideas, but I've just been kicked out. I sit in the office doing nothing. I do nothing for a whole year. I've done nothing. Not because I don't want to do anything, but because they don't want my ideas.
So that was the main reason you decided to resign. Now, what was the problem with the CEO? Is it about money or is it about you personally?
I can't answer that for him. But all I know is that I got a job in February. Between February and August, I didn't know what's going on in the office. No management meetings. He just travels. If I see his driver, it means it's in the country. If I don't see his driver, it means it's not in the country. So I was complaining to everybody. And I complained to Sam Menz because I love Sam Menz so much. I respect him so much. So Sam Menz had words with him, and it was August that we had our first management meeting. From January appointment, August was when we had our first management meeting because he's just doing things by himself. He doesn't involve anybody in anything. Having said that, he's brought 2 people into the team, and he works with those 2 people. But I don't know what they're doing because I don't see what we're doing. And I can't sit in a job and not achieve. Look, whether people like me personally or not, from Lintas to Oracle Advertising to Al Jazeera to Mnet to Bola Radar, I for data with everybody who's working will tell you when it comes to my work ethics, I get a job done. I'm passionate, I'm creative, and I love the creative process. For me to be in a job and I'm not doing anything, it's not me. There's something wrong. I did a program called Amazing Ghana. I'm in tourism now, and I don't have a program back on air called Amazing Ghana. That tells you there's something wrong. I've worked for Al Jazeera. I've worked for Mnet. We have events, and this is not hating the player, it's hating the game. But you bring in Matilda Asante, Anita Eskin, you fly in Genta, all these people to co-host a moderate event. But you have me right next to you, so what are you telling me? I find out what we're doing on social media. I see flyers, so I pass those flyers on. I'm not part of any decision-making process. I don't do anything. Yet I have so many ideas. My Jamestown project brought the problem. For example, I have ideas for signposts to the slave dungeons, for example. Let's do scout the slaves, shackled slaves, and follow me to where your ancestors departed from. Problem. We've got it wrong. This is what I see. traveling. They're just traveling. When we should be focusing on the country. So if you're in leadership position at tourism, the first thing you should do is tourism, sanitation, and health. Let's